Well, it didn't last very long. I did a video yesterday. It did piss poor. YouTube just hide my content like you've never seen before. But I was like, breaking peace or ceasefire. And I just got done weeding around the shop, so I'm covered in grass. Anyways, I was like, this is good. This is really good. But how many times have we seen ceasefire agreement? Next thing you know, they're like, God, just the most recent example would be stuff that happened in Ukraine like multiple times where it's like, and even I think the first ceasefire, they were like, yay, ceasefire in Ukraine, wee, wee, wee. And then the Ukrainian people, backed by NATO, were like going, and they were like, why is Ukraine still going after, the ceasefire going at Russia? Well, we didn't get the information. We didn't know. It must not have traveled in time. So I was like, what? You know good and well what they were doing. Same thing right now as we speak. Everybody's like, woo, ceasefire. I was like, see how long this lasts. Let me read you the article. I was right. I kind of paraphrase, but Trump goes off, says they don't know what the F they're doing. Ridiculous situation in Israel and Iran as he departs for NATO summit, says Israel unloaded right after we made the deal. This time, I thought it would be in Iran, though. I thought Iran would have been the one that done. I kind of missed that call. But, here he's getting, I don't know, maybe, people keep saying that, Netanyahu's not a bad dude. Well, okay, we're going to look into more of that. I don't know. I'm learning so much about this as usual. I'm a journalist and training guy, so I'm just doing the best I can to kind of disseminate all the crazy information, this information warfare that we're having. But it says the president condemned both sides. We basically have two countries that have been fighting for so long and so hard that they don't even know what the F they're doing. They don't. They don't even know why they're mad at each other anymore. It's just, anyhow. The response from Iran, President Trump said was very weak. This was at the time that the things were going on. Says, but Trump later announced that Israel and Iran had agreed to a total ceasefire upon a 24th hour, and an official end to the 12-day war, which will be saluted by the world. This was, yay, you did good. We did good, right? But however, as the Gateway Pundit reported, I'm reading this from the article there, that this morning Israel has announced plans to continue the intensive program to strike Tehran after both sides apparently ignored the ceasefire agreement and exchanged fire. So both sides. I'm just like, everybody's like, yeah, we need to do this. And I'm like, this is a bad idea. Whoever side you're on, it's a bad idea. Bad idea. The president appeared to place more blame on Israel for the agreement falling apart, saying as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which never seen before, the biggest load we've ever seen. Dropping them heavy loads. I don't like plenty of things I saw yesterday. This is what Trump is saying, and I don't do a good Trump voice, so you're just gonna have to listen to me talk. I didn't like the fact that Israel unloaded right after we made the deal. President Trump said in a response to Israel reportedly firing attacks on Tehran hours after the agreement was made. I'm not happy with Iran either, but I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning, is what he said. So President Trump spoke to reporters on Tuesday in approximately 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as he departed for NATO summit, which we need to get out of NATO because this is all they're doing. This is all they're doing. Let's see. During the press gaggle, Trump also took aim at CNN and MSNBC for their downplaying of the Saturday night attack that destroyed Iran's nuclear facilities. That place is under a rock. He said the place is demolished, and the B-2 pilots did their job. He said, I think CNN ought to apologize for the pilots. Because they really discredited whatever is going on there. The whole thing is, I'm not trying to discredit the pilots and the people that are doing what they think is best, because a lot of these people are doing that, whether or not I agree with it. This is their intentions. But Trump calls these news organizations gutless losers. That's what he calls them, which they are. But I kind of, going back to the whole ceasefire thing just falling all to pieces within a matter of minutes, seemed like it didn't even, as soon as they were like, the agreement was made, they were like, fingers crossed behind my back. Like I said, I get a lot of people in my comment sections. Nancy Dunks, please forgive me if you're watching this. I'm still trying to learn. You say that Netanyahu's a good dude, and he may be. I don't know. It's hard to say in this information warfare other than what I'm just going to go on what I see with my eyes. What always tripped me out about this whole thing was what started the new conflict, because this has been going on for so long, I think thousands of years, this conflict back and forth, was the seemingly intentional stand down on October 7th, which gave the Iranians, a green light to pretty much bust across the border with like riding lawnmowers and mopeds, unicycles, things like that. I was like, what the hell? And Netanyahu, yeah, if there's a deep state that's got Netanyahu caught all up in some stuff, he still could have stepped in and had some military people ready to go and get it at least 7.5 hours, man. I mean, come on, dude, that should have taken no time at all. But I just this is going to be a conflict for the ages. And like I said earlier, even if they were to have a ceasefire, what's going to happen over here after all is said and done with these sleeper cells we know are here? All right, guys, thank you very much. I'm out.